Ymir, the first Titan. The story doesn't start with Eren. It doesn't start with the fall of Shiganshina or the first colossal Titan attack. It begins almost 2,000 years earlier, in a time when Titans didn't exist, at least not yet. Back then, a young enslaved girl named Ymir made a decision that would alter the entire course of human history. Ymir lived under the rule of the Eldian tribe, where disobedience meant death. When she accidentally let pigs escape, King Fritz branded her a traitor and set her loose in the woods, where she was hunted like prey. During her escape, she found shelter in the hollow of a massive tree and fell into a pool at its roots. That's where she met it, a strange centipede-like creature that fused with her spine, creating the first Titan. This wasn't liberation, it was a new kind of servitude. Ymir became a weapon for the Eldian king. With her Titan power, she crushed the Marleyans and expanded the Eldian Empire. For 13 years, she fought wars, gave birth to 3 daughters, and finally died protecting the king she once served. But even death wasn't her escape. Her daughters, Maria, Rose, and Sheena, were forced to eat her remains, creating what would become the 9 Titans. Ymir's consciousness lived on in a place beyond time, the Paths. There, for centuries, she continued creating Titans for those who inherited her power, remaining a slave to the royal bloodline. Rise of Eldia, Fall of Marley. For over a millennium, the Eldian Empire dominated the world. Their grip on power was sealed through the 9 Titans. The founding Titan, Attack, Armored, Colossal, Female, Beast, Jaw, Cart, and Warhammer. These powers were passed down generation after generation via cannibalism, a brutal method, but one that ensured control. The Eldians used mindless pure Titans like weapons, sending them out as living artillery. Among the conquered nations was Marley, which suffered defeat after defeat until the tides changed. Infighting between the great Eldian houses weakened the empire. Then came Karl Fritz, the 145th king of Eldia, who was disgusted by his people's violent legacy. Instead of continuing the war, he conspired with the Tiber family, who held the Warhammer Titan, and staged a dramatic fall of the Eldian Empire. Together, they spun the myth of a Marleyan hero, Helos, who slew the devil of all Earth, conveniently rewriting history in Marley's favor. Fritz led a group of Eldians to an isolated island, Paradis, and used the founding Titan to build 3 massive walls. Maria, Rose, and Sheena, formed from countless colossal Titans hardened into stone. He erased the memories of his people, ensuring they believed they were the last remnants of humanity. Meanwhile, the outside world was free to demonize them. Life inside the walls. Behind the walls, humanity lived in fear of Titans, with no idea that they themselves were subjects of Ymir, with blood capable of transforming into Titans. Life was rigidly controlled, divided into military branches. The garrison for defense, military police for internal order, and the survey corps for venturing beyond the walls. But not everyone inside was under the king's influence. The Ackerman family, subjects of genetic experimentation, were immune to memory erasure and possessed near superhuman strength. As protectors of the royal bloodline, their very existence threatened the regime. The Hizuru clan, from an eastern nation, also had immunity, and were nearly wiped out. Out of the shadows, new key players emerged. Kenny Ackerman became a bodyguard to the king, and later discovered his nephew Levi, raising him briefly before Levi joined the underground and eventually the Survey Corps. Meanwhile, Grisha Yeager, a former restorationist from Marley, arrived on the island with a dangerous mission. Life outside the walls. The world outside Paradis didn't sit still. Marley, having claimed 7 of the 9 Titans, rose to power. They created internment zones for Eldians, treating them as subhuman. Eldian children were offered a path to redemption, serve Marley as warrior candidates, and inherit a Titan. One of them, Zeke Yeager, Grisha's son from his first marriage to Dina Fritz, turned in his parents as traitors and became the Beast Titan. Grisha, saved by undercover Eldian agent Eren Kruger, who secretly held the Attack Titan, inherited the power and made his way into the walls. There he built a new life. He married Carla, had a son named Eren, and became a doctor. But his mission was never far from his mind. Fall of Shiganshina. In 845, the story that most fans know truly begins. A colossal Titan appears over Wall Maria and smashes it open. Titans pour in. In the chaos, a smaller Titan, later revealed as Dina Fritz, eats Eren's mother. This moment becomes Eren's origin story. Fueled by grief and rage, he vows to destroy every Titan. Grisha, realizing the time had come, finds the Rice family, the true royal bloodline, and kills them, except for Rod and Historia. He takes the founding Titan from Frida Rice and shortly after injects Eren with Titan spinal fluid. Eren transforms into a Titan and consumes his father, unknowingly inheriting both the attack and founding Titans. Historia is sent to live under the alias Krista Lentz. Meanwhile, the three warriors who infiltrated Paradise, Reiner, Armored Titan, Bertholdt, Colossal, and Annie, Female Titan, go undercover, joining the Cadet Corps with Eren, Mikasa, Armin, and others. Battle of Trost. Fast forward 5 years, the Colossal Titan returns, breaching Wall Rose at Trost. During the battle, Eren appears to die, only to re-emerge in Titan form, fighting off the others. It's humanity's first real victory against the Titans. Eren's abilities stun the military. Initially condemned to death, he's saved when Levi takes him under the care of the Survey Corps. Armin and Hang begin investigating. Titans are acting strangely. Something's not adding up. The Female Titan and the 57th Expedition. The Survey Corps head outside the walls for the 57th Expedition. It's an ambush. A mysterious Titan, fast, intelligent, and lethal, carves through their ranks. It's the Female Titan. Annie Leonhardt is the enemy, and her mission is to capture Eren. Back inside the walls, Armin and Erwin plan a trap. In Stohess District, Annie transforms again. She and Eren battle, leveling the city. Just before she's defeated, Annie crystallizes herself, putting her body in suspended animation. In the rubble, a Titan's face is found within the wall itself, a massive, immobile, colossal Titan, confirming humanity's worst fears. The walls are made of Titans. Clash of the Titans. With Annie out of the picture, the focus shifts to Wall Rose. Titans are spotted where no breach should be. Scouts are dispatched, including Connie, Historia, and Ymir. At Utgard Castle, they're attacked. Ymir reveals her secret. She's a Titan shifter and transforms into the Jaw Titan to protect her comrades. Reiner, overwhelmed by guilt and confusion, finally snaps and confesses. He's the Armored Titan. Bertholdt is the Colossal. Eren, in shock, engages Reiner. He's kidnapped alongside Ymir. During the battle to recover him, Eren witnesses the same Titan that killed his mother, Dina Fritz. He punches her Titan form, and something strange happens. Nearby Titans obey his command and devour her. It's the power of the founding Titan, triggered by contact with royal blood. Ymir decides to return to Marley with Reiner and Bertholdt, leaving a letter for Historia. The Uprising Arc. Back within the walls, politics are erupting. The scouts are framed. The Rice family, still in hiding, kidnaps Eren and Historia. Rod Rice tries to convince Historia to eat Eren and inherit the founding Titan. She refuses. Rod transforms into a massive, mindless Titan and crawls toward the capital. The scouts arrive just in time. Historia delivers the killing blow, officially claiming her title as queen. Kenny Ackerman, dying after the battle, passes a vial of Titan spinal fluid to Levi, hinting at its power. With a legitimate queen on the throne, the scouts turn their eyes outward once again. The battle for Shiganshina. Months of planning and invention pay off. Thunder spears, explosive weapons capable of piercing Titan armor, are developed. The mission is clear: reclaim Shiganshina and uncover the secrets in Eren's basement. The battle is brutal. Reiner and Bertholdt are waiting. The beast Titan, Zeke, launches boulders like cannonballs. Levi, in a legendary display, cuts through Titans and reaches Zeke but spares him at the last second to save Armin. Armin sacrifices himself to help defeat Bertholdt, burning alive in the process. With no time to spare, Levi uses the serum on Armin, who transforms and eats Bertholdt, inheriting the Colossal Titan. The scouts suffer massive losses. Only a few make it back, but in the basement, the truth is finally revealed. The basement and the truth. Inside the Yeager basement, a photograph and journals tell the real story. Titans didn't destroy the world. Humanity exists beyond the sea. The people inside the walls are Eldians, demonized by the outside world, who fear the power of the Titans. The real enemy is Marley, and the world that hates Eldians for their past crimes. The truth hits hard. The walls were just the beginning. The story jumps a year forward. The island is cleared of Titans. Eren, Mikasa, Armin, and others reach the ocean. But instead of joy, there's tension. Eren looks out at the horizon and wonders, if they kill everyone across the sea, will they finally be free? Marley's rise, Paradise prepares. The world beyond the ocean isn't a distant threat anymore. It's a clear and present danger. Marley's grip is tightening, and they're preparing to launch a full-scale invasion of Paradise Island. But Paradise isn't what it used to be. The scouts are modernizing. A railway is built. Weapons are developed. Diplomacy is tested. For the first time, they connect with Hizuru, a foreign nation with ties to the royal bloodline. There's even hope that peace might be possible. But that hope doesn't last. Tensions grow within the Scouts. Some want diplomacy, others demand preemptive war. Eren has changed. He's distant, brooding, obsessed with memories only he has seen. Memories of past and future events, glimpsed when he kissed Historia's hand. Paradis learns that Marley is weakening after a costly war in the Middle East. It's a fleeting window, and Eren seizes it. Liberio Raid, Eren's first strike. Eren goes rogue. Disguised as a wounded soldier, he infiltrates Marley and makes contact with Falco, a young warrior candidate. Falco unwittingly becomes Eren's messenger, passing letters to the outside world, to the Scouts waiting offshore. Then during a festival hosted by the Tiber family, everything erupts. Willie Tiber, the figurehead of Marley's anti-Eldian propaganda machine, declares war on Paradis, but it's already too late. Eren confronts Reiner in a basement, giving him one last chance to explain. Then he transforms, flattening half of Liberio in a single devastating strike. The Warhammer Titan emerges, a new enemy, but Eren is prepared. The Scouts arrive mid-battle, and it's chaos. Buildings collapse. Titans clash. In the end, Eren eats the Warhammer Titan and adds yet another power to his arsenal. But the cost is heavy. Sasha is killed by Gabi, a Marleyan child soldier. Her death fractures the group, and back on Paradis, Eren's radicalism is impossible to ignore. The Yeagerists and civil unrest. Eren is no longer just a rogue soldier. He's the face of a growing movement. The Yeagerists rise, demanding Eldian dominance and loyalty to Eren over the military. They overthrow the Old Guard, assassinate leaders, and force a power shift across Paradise. Eren confronts his old friends. What once was unity now simmers with tension. He tells Mikasa she's a slave to her bloodline. He calls Armin weak. It's cruel, but calculated. Eren is pushing them away for what he's about to do. Meanwhile, Zeke is revealed to have been in secret contact with Eren all along. His goal? The euthanasia plan. Sterilize all Eldians so no more Titans can be born. A final peaceful extinction. But Eren has a different plan entirely. Titan Civil War. Marley invades Paradise to kill Eren and reclaim the founding Titan. It's all-out war. Zeke unleashes a scream, transforming any Eldian who drank his spinal fluid into mindless Titans. Even Commander Pixis becomes one of the monsters. Amidst the chaos, Gabi decapitates Eren with an anti-Titan rifle. It should have ended there, but Zeke catches Eren's head mid-air, and they enter the Paths, the timeless dimension where all Eldians are connected. Inside, Zeke believes he has control, but it's Eren who convinces Founder Ymir to abandon her servitude. After 2,000 years of obedience, she chooses freedom. And with that choice, the rumbling begins. The rumbling. The walls explode. Millions of colossal Titans awaken, marching across the sea, flattening everything in their path. Entire nations crumble underfoot. The world watches in terror as the apocalypse unfolds. Eren broadcasts a message to all subjects of Ymir. He declares that he will destroy every nation beyond Paradis. This isn't revenge, it's annihilation. The rumbling is unstoppable. Even the strongest armies fall. Eren's form becomes grotesque, a nightmarish skeletal monstrosity fused with the founding Titan. Back on Paradise, a reluctant alliance forms. Former enemies, Marleyans and Eldians, unite. Reiner, Annie, Peak, Jean, Connie, Mikasa, Armin, even Levi, wounded and grieving, returns to the fight. The final alliance. They board a flying ship, aiming for Eren. They're not just fighting to stop him, they're fighting for a world worth living in. A world not built on genocide. Hang sacrifices herself to buy time. She holds off the rumbling alone, one final stand in fire and smoke. The rest of the alliance presses on. Inside the Paths, Armin confronts Zeke, who now understands the horror of his plan. Together they awaken the other fallen Titans, and Zeke emerges from Eren's spine, ready to die. Levi delivers the final blow to Zeke, severing the connection to the founding Titan, but Eren's not done yet. Mikasa's choice. As the battle rages, Armin transforms into the colossal Titan, trying to destroy what remains of Eren's monstrous body. But it's Mikasa who delivers the final blow. In a haunting sequence, she enters Eren's Titan, finds his true body within its mouth, and kisses him goodbye as she slices his head off. It's a tragic, silent farewell. The rumbling ends, the world shattered, 80% of humanity is gone. After the end. In the aftermath, peace talks begin. Paradis, still armed, negotiates its place in the world. Mikasa buries Eren under a tree where it all began. Time passes. Armin writes the final story, hoping to bring understanding. Years go by. Paradis develops, then is destroyed in a retaliatory war. The cycle continues. A boy and his dog stumble upon the ruins of a tree, overgrown and mysterious. The story of Titans, of violence and fear, of love and loyalty, it all begins again. Attack on Titan isn't just a story about monsters. It's about cycles, trauma, hatred, the cost of freedom. Every decision ripples across generations, from a girl hunted in a forest 2,000 years ago, to a boy who tried to save his friends by ending the world. It all comes full circle. What began as a fight for survival became a battle for the soul of humanity. If this story gave you chills, share it, comment your favorite moment, and subscribe for more epic anime breakdowns.